education certificate examination will end today, and the conversation we're asking, and we wish all the students writing very, very well, but we're asking that conversation and whether or not we are preparing students for the future, or we are preparing them just for the sake of exam for them to make progress in school. In studio now is Dr. Abdul Khalid Mohammed Sharif. He's a member of parliament for the good people of Nantong. And he will be joined later by Kamal Dean, His Excellency. Let me actually put it that way because he's been an ambassador before. His Excellency Kamal Dean Abdullah, Deputy National Communications Director of the NPP. Well, Doc, let me welcome you. Good morning. How are you doing?
Thank you very much, Zosimlena.
Yeah, nah.
Of Bawut traditional area.
Nah.
I would want to say a very good morning to you.
Nah.
Me, I'm Wanzam.
Oh, okay.
So you see, because you are in you know what Wanzams are.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so I'm your beautician in a sense. I make sure you appear.
That's right.
Looking
That's
very
right.
nice for everybody else
That's
to
right.
see. I will say a very good morning to you and our listeners out there. I would also say a very good morning to my constituents, the chiefs and people of Nantong constituency, and a very good morning to everyone else that's listening to us. And it's good to be here. I think this is my first time here, and it's good to see you two, Johnny, and everything.
Indeed.
See, now that you are a chief, it becomes difficult for me to call you Johnny.
Sunrise
because
on 3
we
FM.
respect our chiefs. So much.
I understand, but it's okay for the purposes of this conversation. Let's do it that way. Let me also announce to you that we're live on Kesmi FM 107.1 in Tamale and beyond. So you can always tune in anywhere around the world. We're also on 3news.com. If you go onto our website, www.3news.com, you can listen live, and please share the link and tell others about it. But Doc, let me begin with it. I'm sure you have fondest memories of the days when you sat for your BECE. What comes to mind when we talk about BECE for you?
So first and foremost, I would want to say a very big congratulations to all students that have undergone this particular process.
Please use the mic for me.
I think it's ending today.
That's right. It is.
We say a very big congratulations to them. They put in a lot of efforts. I say particularly a very big congratulations to my students from my constituency. This year we had 1,010 students from Nantong sitting for the basic certificate examination. In our own small way, we have been able to support a bit of them, to encourage them, and then to tell them that, look, for us who especially come from rural areas, the deficits are there. Deficits in terms of facilities, furniture, school learning materials, etc. But we always encourage our young ones that, look, our circumstances would not definitely decide our future. So for me, as a young man that was growing up in Tamale, the basic certificate examination was one key way. I mean, our parents always taught us that the only way to succeed was to go to school. I mean, there was nothing else they could give to us apart from school. So starting my basic education somewhere in Bethel Methodist, which is in Tishugu, then later to Tamale International School, where I took my basic certificate examination. It was a long road, but thanks to Allah, I mean, it was long, it was interesting, but for us in those early days, because I think I took the BEC somewhere in 2004.
Okay.
Somewhere 2004.
I took mine in 1999.
Yes, you are an older guy. You are the older guy, but it brings fond memories. I mean, the ninth candles, the desire to achieve something and to make sure that, because for us, but for me, my dream was to go to a boys' school.
Right.
And coming from Tamale, we didn't have a signal sex school.
That's right.
So my desire was that, look, I wanted to get to Prempeh College. And you cannot, going to Prempeh was not going to come cheap.
That's right.
So burning the midnight candles, and God was very benevolent to us. So I know what it comes with when people prepare, and even for parents. You see, now that the examination is over, the burden is lifted off the student and is now put on the parent, because the parent is now wondering, what is my awards result going to be?
Right.
How am I going to get my award into the next level of education? So these are things that will come up. But to the students, we say kudos to you, and we are sure that with all the hard work, we've seen a very tremendous increase in numbers.
Right.
And for me, what is even most interesting and striking is the number of women. Johnny, if you now go through our educational system, you realize that the females, interestingly, are becoming the higher numbers we are having.
Which is good good news.
It's good news. Very, very excellent news. Because in the past, if you were looking at the ratio of male to females in our schools, you would have realized that, look, the males were dominated. So at this point, Johnny, some people are even saying that, look, let's take a look at the male child again, because we may be losing a certain grip of the male child just by always also looking too much at the level of the females.
Right.
But our educational system has come of age. Successive governments have made sure that we have these numbers. We produce not only students that are out to pass exam, but we produce students that are out for innovation. We produce students that are out for national development. We don't want just a student that speaks only English.
Right.
English alone would not help our country to develop. We want students that are innovative. We want students that have knowledge in technology, science, ICT, etc. That is the only way we are going to develop. And I'm happy that a lot of concentration too has just moved only from this numeracy and literacy thing to TVET, and then also to skills training, so that we have more of our technical schools. We have Dabukwa in Tamale.
Right.
Doing great job. Students coming up with so much innovation. Recently, I saw them come up with an incubator.
On 3FM,
And this is very interesting. These are just young students that are thinking beyond the box. We have our students also going into certain competitions like robotics.
Right.
I remember Prempeh College in the past, even in the world, won something in robotics. So that means that our educational system, yes, we are improving, but there's still a lot we have to do.
Now, let's look at the structure of what we teach in the schools. I'm looking at the whole concept of JSS, which is now JHS. Okay, a few additions, subtractions have been added onto it. I had opportunity to do life skills and agric science and vocational skills and all those other ones, that technical skills, technical drawing. I remember we constructed our own small washroom, that we use small, the Nippon Seshui one, where everybody will see your head if you are in there, but your private parts are concealed. I remember that, the tenon saws were there, the mortise lock, everything. Do you have those things in this school, the schools these days, to suggest that we are training the children for the future, for life, or we're just getting them to pass the exam so that they can make progress? Yeah. What do you know?
So like you, I relate very well with these subjects you are mentioning, life skills.
Right,
I remember even in life skills we're taught how to sew, how
that's
to
right,
knit,
grave bath and all.
These were things that we all learned. People, technical skills. We had the
T-square drawing board,
and then also you will have
protractor,
where you have the machinery. You go
that's
in
right.
there, you see.
Yeah.
I mean, and for some
workshops,
exactly, that was the word I was looking for. We had workshops, and then we had time to go in there and then be able to try hands-on. And interestingly, some of our colleagues, you could see right from the beginning that they were gifted with their hands.
Right.
And some of them, today, some of my colleagues, they are mechanical engineers.
Right.
Some are computer scientists, etc.
Right.
But coming down is that we've lost a bit of it. Our curriculum currently looks too much into numeracy and then just literature,
right,
instead of the hands-on, the skills. So, but especially at the basic level, I am thinking successive governments in their thoughts in reducing number of subjects, etc., and contact hours. Because Johnny, remember, in the past, sometimes you could go to school in the morning, you only go home after 3 p.m.
That's right.
3 p.m. or so. But now we have, sometimes because of numbers, etc., we are having a shift 1 and a shift 2. Some people come by 12 o'clock, they are closing. Others come and then they have to go through. So the concept, and then if you listen to people in the industry, people who are ready to employ, they always have this complaint that, look, we get graduates, but we are not getting people who are ready for the
soft
job.
skills.
The soft skills are not there. So this is a point where the Ministry of Education, together with other stakeholders, will really need to look back into the curriculum of our learners to make sure that, look, we bring back these old things, this life skills thing you are talking about. Look, I don't go to anybody to fix my button for me.
No.
I'm able to fix my own button.
I can bake, actually. I can cook.
Yes, exactly. So this prepared you for life. It was not just preparing you to be a student or to be just employable, but it prepared you for life, and you are a better person now
Sunrise on
because of
3
the
FM,
system
the best
that were
in the
put in place
morning.
right from the basic level. And you see, around the world, people say that, look, to eliminate illiteracy, the best way to do it is at the basic level. That's the only way we can eliminate illiteracy, because that's the level that forms the base or the foundation of every educational system. So our kids now, I'm sure also for those who are writing BEC,
Right.
if you ask somebody, how do you bake?
Yeah, it will be a difficult. It's all
There'll be a difficulty. I don't know whether they still do technical skills, because I don't see them roaming with the
T square and the
before
drawing board.
Drawing boards. I don't think they are doing those things. But those are things that.
For back in the day, you were eager to hold it when you get to Form 2, because you want to
why
also
are the
want
Form
to.
2s holding it and you are not holding it? So there are key problems that we have come across. But I think that we have also made a lot of tremendous achievements in this regard. But we need to put a certain level of skill and a certain level of awareness creation. But we are all, in all this too, we are speaking about skills, etc. We also have to have certain subjects that teach our youth discipline, good citizenship. That's the only way we
But
can.
we had religious and moral studies. We had social studies. And then at some point there was one other, I've forgotten. But these two, I remember, were supposed to help you to be a good citizen. Now I know that there's civics, and then there's our world or something. I don't even, not keeping tabs of
some of the topics some of the courses they do. Yes, I agree we still have religious and moral education, but Johnny, you would agree with me that one of the things we will need to delink and then emphasize when we are talking about discipline is to take out religion. It's one of the things that has actually caused a lot of indiscipline in our society. And I say this not with any form of disrespect to our religious leaders or
Sunrise on
anything,
3
but
FM,
we
the
need to
best
build a
in the
country
morning.
where common sense works,
it prevails.
rather than just religion. Common sense works well with religion. But when common sense is put at the back door and religion takes the front door, then you have problems. So yes, we have those topics, but I think we still need to do them. Look, we have students that are leaving JSS, and I'm telling you, Johnny, if you tell them to recite the national pledge, they can't.
Oh.
They cannot even understand the wording of the national pledge. If you don't understand the wording of the national pledge, how do you represent that particular country? The national anthem, just the very words of our national anthem, reiterating this and reminding our students what it means to be a Ghanaian, what it means to be a good citizen.
Right.
But you see, at the end, Johnny, I don't also blame the students. They are looking at you and I. I'm a politician, I'm
That's
a
right.
medical doctor. They are looking at how I am behaving. So we may teach all the kids everything they need to do in their classroom. But if they come out,
The reality.
the reality, what they hear on the radio, what they see on the streets, becomes different from what they are taught in class. So we, you, me, and everybody listening out there, to what we are saying is that the teachers can do their best to train our students. But as parents, as brothers and sisters, we also need to reinforce, and we also need to live a certain life to give meaning to what they are studying in the classroom.
Yeah, I think that on that score, then, wouldn't there have to be a national policy towards making sure that we are not just getting them to sit and pass the exam and progress to the next stage, which is the second cycle institution and beyond, but we have a national policy that says that we are making a frantic effort to give them skills for life. For example, holiday jobs. They are coming out of school, they will be home. What about the national policy that says that some apprenticeship, some internship, even if it's for 2 weeks, somewhere, with an institution, an establishment, workshop, something of that nature to help them. They do it in other countries for each vacation, not for when they are done with the first, part of their basic education. Can we have a national policy of that sort?
Yeah, it's something that will be very helpful to the teaming youth that we want to become employable and skillful for the future and contribute to making Ghana a better place. like I said, that formative years, that's the period you have so much control over that particular individual you are trying to mold. So you can imagine if we have a policy that says that for all our basic level students, especially in the JSS, when they are on vacation, let's find, for example, let's link them up with the National Apprenticeship Program that is running. Let's say for every 2 weeks, we have certain areas, whether they are mechanic shop, whether they are whatever shop, they are depending on the interest of the person. Because Johnny, when I was writing BEC, my father wanted me to do business.
Okay.
But I have always wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
So there had to be that realignment between what he wants
and what you want
and what I want.
But at that time, you only had to be seen. Nobody wanted to hear you.
Nobody wants to listen to you. So in trying to do all these things, I also say we must realign the skills and knowledge and of that individual against what they also want to do. Because sometimes parents can be very demanding that, hey, no, we are a family of pharmacists, so you too, you must be a pharmacist.
But then, Doc, you see, again, it comes to another point. The choice of schools, where the parents are supposed to take a very important part of it. They often relegate that to some teacher in the school who pretends to know the children better than the parents do. And then when it's time, they say, oh, advise me. So what can I do? And the parent leaves everything to that teacher. And the teacher then now determines the life of the child going forward in terms of the choice of school and the program that they have to pursue in secondary school and beyond. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, so parenthood for me is a 24-hour job. Yes, I mean, with the current trends, parents, for example, people already have left for work when maybe their kids are still sleeping because they would also need to work to make sure they take care of the kids.
That's right.
So as a parent, you may have to find a certain fine balance between working and then catering for your kids. And Johnny, let's remember that it's from primary school through to JSS. If you're a parent that has a certain interest in how your ward is doing, you can see what skills they have, you can see what knowledge they have just by looking even just at their terminal reports. Yes, just by looking at their terminal reports and etc. You'll be able to tell. So it should not just be the responsibility of only the teacher to decide that, look, I've seen that your son or your daughter is good in science, so for that matter, he'll be a good nurse, or for that matter, he'll be a good pilot. The parent should also be able to see from the records of my child, this is what I have noticed. From the skills of my child, this is what, and then you sit with the child, and then you can have a very open conversation about this. Once you leave these decisions to only
the teacher.
This is a situation where sometimes you will find people go through the system and then he becomes something in future. He says, no, this was just for my father. This was not mine. This was not what I wanted. I've done it for my father. We've seen people who have gone through law school and finally became musicians.
Right.
And they said, oh no, I just had to do this for my father, but my interest was in music. So it should be a concerted effort. It's a teacher, parent, state. So it's a triangle of events.
Right.
The teachers are there who play a pivotal role because they spend more time with the children.
Right.
We have the state that is supposed to make facilities available and accessible so that the students can themselves determine what kind of skills or what kind of knowledge they have. And then we have the parent that is going to guide and make sure that all these two things, the decisions they will make, the parent serves as a guide, and the child becomes that kind of child that we are looking out for.
Right.
That person that is going to contribute in making Ghana a better place.
Thank you very much, Doc. We're live on KESME 107.1 FM in Tamale. My guest in studio, Dr. Abdul Khalik Mohammed Sharif, is a member of Parliament for Nangtong. Joining us now is His Excellency Kamal Din Abdullah, Deputy National Communications Director of the NPP. Kamal, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, my good brother. How are you?
Alive and well.
How was the weekend?
Well, I shook hands with...
I overheard you saying you were in Tamale.
I shook hands with Yana, actually.
Oh, really?
And he gave me a smoke and a new title.
Of course.
So,
I don't know why your producer decided to pair me with my honorable member of parliament.
He's my constituent.
My honorable member of parliament. When I saw the flyer last night, I was like, oh no, if I knew this, I would
So that's me
I
in the
would have said
Yanes,
no.
in the Yanes Palace.
Oh, great. You have been decorated.
Yes.
Excellent.
With a new title as well.
I mean, the Yana is one of the generous kings we have. I mean,
Right.
you don't go to this old man without he gifting you something,
Right.
basically. So, I mean, Dagbang is great, and we just pray for unity for Dagbang. Let me first of all set off by saying good morning to your cherished listeners,
Right.
and also good morning to my honorable member of parliament, Doc.
Sunrise on
I was listening to him on my way here,
Best in the
and
morning.
of course, he eloquently and excellently, elucidated what we ought to do as a people to develop our lot in terms of education, or to develop the youth in terms of education and all that. Congratulations to all those who went through the BEC exam.
They were actually finished today.
Yeah, they will be finishing today. Let's congratulate them. I mean, they've gone through, they're still going through. And I know that in the Nanton district, obviously, like he rightly mentioned, we had some centers, one in Tampion, one in Nanton. So putting together, we have over 1,000 plus
That's right.
candidates who sat. And last week I was here, and of course I commended he and the DC for, and as well as the Director of Education, the District Director of Education, for the yeoman's job that they did in ensuring that facilities and some assistance was given to the candidates, as it were. So that's said. I think we are on good course as a people, and we just need to ensure that we prepare the minds of our young people to face the future. So I could not have agreed more with your producers when they say that, look, we're going to talk to how well we should prepare our
Them for life.
young ones for life. I mean, it's so important, basically. Listening to Honorable, he also admitted that some parts of the education ought to be strengthened.
That's right.
In terms of giving them some skill, in terms of ensuring that at least the person, as it were, comes out and don't just see the world as, a place that is going to be difficult for him to fit in, or she to fit in, or for her to fit in, I should say. Basically, for me, I have a problem with our system of education.
Tell me about it. What's your challenge with it?
First and foremost, we must develop, or we must make conscious efforts in developing the STEM education.
Okay.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics is so important.
In fact, the advanced
At the
countries have
basic
added
level.
arts to it, so they do
See,
STEAM.
When somebody even tells me STEM should start at secondary school, I disagree. I mean, the young person who is referred to much more like a tabula rasa,
Okay.
it has a clean slate, can
Absorb a lot.
whatever you're going to give to that person, and that prepares and propels the person into the future. So for me, even I think that from primary 6, when you go to other jurisdictions, they even begin from primary 1, primary 2. They start teaching them hands-on issues to do, or things to do.
In China, for
In
example.
China, for instance. So by the time the person moves to junior high school, go to high school, the person is well equipped as to what to do to fend for myself, as it were. We don't do that here. I think it is about time we have a deliberate policy, as a country, that of course will prepare our young ones towards the future. But what it is now, like he rightly put it, literacy and numeracy is what we're actually giving to them. And that's just it. See, and we have even introduced some bit, even though it's conventional, some bit of politics in everything we do. Even in education. Look, believe it or not, this doomsday thing, a child will talk to you about it. Okay? Because maybe I've heard my parents talking about it. This NPP NDC thing, a child in primary 6 is talking to you about it. My daughter, she's in class 4. She's able to tell me, for this, my friend, her parents are NDC. For this, my friend, I'm telling you.
Taya is able to say that?
Yes. Taya tells me that.
Ooh.
She's not my friend. I said, why? No, the parents are NDC. You won't believe it.
I'm finding it
This is
difficult
something I'm telling you.
I'm
And that's
shaking.
the level of danger we are exposing our kids to. Trust me. It's a level, because like I said, they are tabula rasa. They sit with you. They listen to your conversation in the hall. They know what you do. They listen to your mother. You get what I mean? So they pick those things. Now, when they go to school, they try to inculcate that in their conversations and draw the line between themselves. And that's as I said, by convention, we are introducing something that is so dangerous for the kids. So dangerous. We are not seeing it. Now, let's look at the history of BEC or JHS. It started with JSS,
Right.
or Junior Secondary School.
That's right.
And I read a bit about it when Achampon actually started it, somewhere in 1978. Achampon mooted the idea,
Right.
got some schools to be piloted as junior secondary school. It failed along the line until somewhere in
Jerry Rawlings
1987, Jerry Rawlings decided that let's bring it back. Around 87, when KBS Santiago were under education, as it were. I think the first one,
Sunrise on 3
the first
FM.
JHS was,
The
they
best
wrote
in the
in
morning.
1990. And I started in 1987. By 1990, they had the
They had-
first
they
one,
had first
as
cohort.
it were, and then it goes on and on. And it started with the concept of how can we prepare these kids, okay,
For life.
for life. So, like you rightly mentioned, technical drawing,
Technical skills, vocational
those
skills,
things were all
life
inculcated.
skills.
And there were supposed to be farms, school farms at the JHS level.
Agric science.
Agric science. And you're supposed to do project work with this is the, with all the botanical names, whatever. Show them how, agric is supposed to be handled. All these things. Today, no. We have shelved all those ones and given way to literacy and numeracy. Theory. Even the theory, they don't even get it better. And the sad part of it, even the theory,
On 3
go to our
FM.
public schools,
The
pathetic.
best in the morning.
He's from a rural area. I'm from a rural area, like him. I'm his constituents. I know what is happening. Go to our schools there. Recently, he was in Naprose, close to my area, to cut sword for a school to be built for them. I must say thanks to the chief of Naprose, okay, who, of course, initiated something like that to get a school because the community doesn't even have a school. I should say, not Naprose, no, that's Sahana Yele or something like that. Okay, but of course, close to Naprose, as it were. It tells you that we are still lagging behind in terms of infrastructure. And not just only the infrastructure, the soft support that we need to give them, proper education, is lacking. Not only in that district. I'm talking about all public schools.
Come on.
That is why we have parents today preferring private schools to public schools.
Come out. Since I was made a chief in the north,
Yeah.
I had opportunity. I took interest to visit some of the schools. Sometimes you get into a classroom, you can find about 100 children in one small
Yes.
classroom.
So teacher-student ratio is a problem.
So then I asked the teacher, how do you teach them?
Look, they just come, they pretend to work. Let's look, call a spade a spade. Go to our community. He's an MP. He's been going around. He knows what is
On
happening.
3 FM.
When I go to Zao and look at the conditions of under which my students at the public schools teach, learn, it's pathetic.
Yeah.
When you go to some of the villages, it's pathetic. There's even a community, Moya. Moya doesn't have a school. Under his constituency. Moya, after Dohe, then you move on. They don't even have a school. The kids have to cross a stream, so when it rains, no school for them to come to Dohe for school. This is a serious one. You understand? I'm the public sector schooling. Look, governments, not just only this government, government upon government have not been too deliberate about
But
it.
come on, you see,
That is why I sometimes commend Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo when, since 2008, thereabout, when he tried to become president, he kept on saying, look, let's do free SHS.
come on,
Let's do free.
come
This thing was,
on, you see, the public schools used to be the norm.
yeah. But
Private schools used to be the exception.
absolutely,
So that if I went to a typical Saito school.
you see,
So you find people who say, I went to a public school. For example, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he attended the same Saito with my father, government boys' school, and they later went to Row Road. Proper Saito boys, even though their parents had money.
wow.
That was the
I
system
know.
then. How did we move away from that to now prefer private schools?
The big question on the big conversation. How did that change?
Sunrise
What
on
is the
3
problem?
FM.
So
The
are we
best
not
in
going,
the
is it not
morning.
important for us now, for our MPs to relook at it, call for educational reforms, see how we can strengthen public schools? Look, in the US, with my brother's travels, I travel. Go to the US, the public schools are more stronger.
Yeah.
Stronger at the base, especially at the base level. It is even at the top. Colleges, where you can get private. You understand? But when it comes to the base, primary, okay, right, coming up, trust me, the public schools don't.
And
they don't really
I'll
do
shock
public
you.
schools. But we have left
Most
it.
of the private schools, the very good ones that are running, were engineered or started by people who went to public schools in the past.
Headmasters, teachers.
In the past.
You will see somebody who is educated, who is trained under training college. After, instead of giving back to society, the person will go to set up his own school.
The best in the morning.
That's what happens. And then they strengthen the private schools at the what? Expense of the public schools. Look, if we really want to serve equity as a country, it is important we look at our system of education again. Because not all parents have money to take these kids through private schools. Okay? Not all of us. It is important they look at the base. And anyone, like Honorable said, if we get it wrong in the beginning, obviously you will not get it right at the top. It will really be very difficult.
Doc,
So I think that yes, the BEC requirement to land. It is important that we
Sunrise
train our
103
kids
FM, the
at that
best
level
in the morning.
to face the world. Why? Until the inception of free SHS, you see kids on the streets with shoe shine boxes.
Oh, come on, please.
Yes. Until the
Come on.
Look, today,
Yes.
go out there and do a search. Those doing social nine are Nigerians, not Ghanaians again.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, I am telling you. Look, this is a fact. I've been deliberate about it. I checked. Until
You did
the
it. You
inception
conducted a
of free
research.
SHS.
You conducted a research on it.
Look, do a random check when you go out today. It's an exercise, and this is a credible in media house. Do it until the inception of free SHS. We had boys from Mampong, with all respect to the people from Mampong, boys from the Bono region, boys from where they were doing sunshine. When you ask them, maybe a school, my papa, my parents in this school, me secondary school. This was their reason. Dog chains. People were selling dog chains on the street. Find out. And so this is a serious matter until the inception of free SHS, which actually has paid Ghana of this. That's why I said we should give so much credit to Akufo-Addo and the NPP government. We are always forward thinkers as a party.
103
We
FM.
always tend to ensure that this country
How
is
did
right.
this become a political
It's
conversation?
not politics. It's not politics. No, look. Look. If a man does something good, give it to that person.
Nobody has said he has not done
That
anything.
is why
good.
I'm saying that a policy that has come to change the paradigm that we know.
But the free SHS will be fed by the basic school. And we have all admitted to the challenges of the basic school. So why are we migrating this conversation
Look,
now to
I am saying
free
that whether
SHS?
we like it or not, this is a test. Check it. Today, kids who are going round or young ones going round doing sunshine today are not Ghanaians. Most of them are Nigerians now.
Okay.
I speak impeccable French and I interact with them.
I hear
Just to
you.
know. But I'm saying that free SHS cured that. So I expected, of course, this government is also doing more in education. They have not, they've also left it. Led by my brother Haruna Idrisu. They're also doing their best. You understand? To keep it up. But of course, who started it? How did they start it? What was the thinking? What was actually going to be the ripple effect of bringing in this? This has been positive.
But Kamal,
Yeah.
if you are looking at the historical perspective, under Dr. Nkrumah, people went to school for free.
For sure.
People went to secondary school.
No,
In
it,
fact,
wasn't,
from-
it wasn't everybody. Under Dr. Nkrumah, there was what we call the privileged should pay the fees, and then the less privileged, in this case, northern part of Ghana,
Right.
were actually not given.
So-
So the
so
idea
people
was
went
we
to
should have
school for
Kuku
free.
and all those. So fine, but why? Under Akufo, the people didn't go for free. He did a holistic. It was university.
but when you started
He
the
made a holistic.
but when you
These people said it was not going to
when you
possible.
started the GSS conversation,
He talk.
when you
They
start-
said it was not going to be
come on,
possible.
Allow me. When you started the GSS
They said it was a
conversation,
419. They even sang songs on it.
You said
Free SHS.
you said that
What did you say?
you said that GSS was piloted by somebody.
Yes, by a
It-
champion.
It failed.
Yeah.
And then you go, why do you talk about free SHS? Then you leave the Nkrumah bit and you just come and talk about
I've not. You
Akufo-Addo.
see,
You see, that's where.
unless you don't
look,
want us to
let's-
stick to facts.
Let's have an
These are-
intellectual,
of course,
straight.
and that's exactly what
Because
I'm
you
doing.
are an
What I'm doing is
intellectual, so-
intellectual. I've not made any statement here that is not factual. It is a fact that free SHS in the contemporary times was actually initiated by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the NPP administration. Fact.
Okay.
Free SHS, John Dramani Mahama was on record. It was on record, rather, I should say, to stand. He was at Cape Coast. He said if he had money worth over 2 billion Ghana cedis, he won't budget it for free SHS. He's on record to have said that. He poo-pooed it. Lee Okran, is late Lee Okran
Yes,
now.
yeah.
Late Lee Okran poo-pooed it. The people, even SIF match, NDC here, they were matching free SHS 419. Today they are using it. Their budget today, in fact, is about 3 point something billion.
You should be
The
happy
people
about
who
it.
said I'm happy. They said they will not even invest 2 billion in it through their own president. Today they are investing over 3 point something billion in it. So I'm telling you that, look, we need forward thinkers. We need people who think about this country.
Okay, I hear you.
And
Let,
NPP is
let me
one.
bring Doc in so we wrap up on this conversation.
Yes, of course.
Doc,
Yes,
they-
Johnny, so you see, my good brother,
microphone, please. Use it.
my good brother, I didn't want us to go on this.
That's
but,
why I was asking him how this became a political
exactly.
conversation.
I mean,
It's supposed
the-
to be.
the
Policies are
free compulsory basic education
Right.
is not the brainchild of anyone. It's the brainchild of the Constitution of Ghana.
that's different
Right.
from free SHS.
Allow him.
no,
Come on, allow
okay,
him. He
that's
kept
fine.
quiet for you. Allow him, please.
Free compulsory.
F cube. Universal basic.
It's the brainchild of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And then there was nowhere anybody was saying that free SHS was bad. But there was an issue that we said that if it is us, we will not implement it the way you are doing. And this was very clear. We're saying that do it in a systematic and in a
Sunrise on
realistic
3
way
FM.
so that it
Best
does
in
not
the
affect
morning.
teaching and learning. When they did it the way they did with double track, triple track, red, green, yellow, what was the performance of the students? Where were the students sleeping? We're saying that, look, we had a structure. If you want to do free senior high school, it means that you wanted to increase enrolls. You wanted to increase enrollment. If you are increasing enrollment at St. Thomas Aquinas and you don't have enough classroom blocks there, you don't have enough dormitories, what were you going to do?
Access and quality.
Exactly. So the basic concept of the NDC was that let's have access and let's have quality. They just said they wanted access. And I'm surprised at His Excellency that he has done research to show.
Yeah, he said. You heard him. Shoemaker, shoe shine boys.
Let's stop these jokes.
No, it's not a joke.
Oh, come on, allow
I was
him.
very quiet.
Come on, he kept quiet for you.
That's fine.
I think that we should.
Okay,
Yes,
that's fine.
I kept quiet. Look, even as you said today, with free SHS, with access and increasing of quality and everything, look, we still have issues on enrollment. We still have Ghanaian children. Johnny, if you want, just take this road from
Sunrise
here
on 3
until you
FM,
get to
the best
Osu,
in
and
the
you
morning.
find still kids that are on the streets of Ghana, and that should be of concern to he and then to me.
And that's basic school children
Yes,
or what?
people still leave school. People do not have. Look, you change the curriculum of the basic schools. For 3 years, there was no books for the students to learn.
Right.
Is that not the case? Is that the quality of the education we're looking at? So look, I am saying that, and you remember what I said. I said that, look, successive governments have contributed to making our educational system what it is today.
That's right.
And I am not going to walk away from that fact. But you see, let's not create a certain impression that a certain new concept came all the way from Mars and it was dropped onto us, and then all of a sudden it solved the problem. Look, he's aware. Did free SHS stop in the 8 years of their government? Did it solve the problems?
No, the problems.
Are the problems solved, even as we said today?
No, you cannot say
So
that.
today, as we sit, then let me remind His Excellency, if it's the issue of infrastructure, in the last 1 year, each of the 261 districts in Ghana has had one kindergarten, one JHS, one primary. He was saying, Moya, there's no school. But I'll tell him there was no JSS between Moya and Jam. But thanks to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, children who were walking more than 10 kilometers to access JSS in my constituency. Today at Bungnaile, there's a JSS block that is being built there.
It's been built, not done.
No, I mean, this is what I'm saying.
That's okay.
So 261,
So-
261 times 3. This year, the same formula is being used. But are we saying that because we have built, say, over all those number of schools, are we saying that we have solved the problems of our educational
you
system?
cannot say
We
that.
cannot say that. We are not saying that free SHS was bad. I will still say it. We're saying that the processes leading to its implementation was what we're totally against. We are saying that those processing, we're saying we could have done it in a much more better way to improve the skills. It's not just access we're looking at, we're also looking at the quality.
Quality, okay. All right. Thank you very much. We're live on KESME 107.1 FM in Tamale. This is the big conversation here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Johnny Hughes. The NPP has announced a list of committees that will work towards their victory in 2028. We'll get into that conversation right after this.
The big conversation on
Education Service approved and supported national SHS initiative implemented by Prospectus Ghana is now in progress across the country. Parents across the country are already registering so that their children's trunks, Macintosh, mattress and pillow and plastic chop boxes will be ready and waiting at their schools before reporting day. So don't delay and be caught in the unusual last minute stress that you go through the market rush carrying heavy items under pressure. With EduPack, your child does not need to travel to school with these 4 essential items. To register, simply dial star 713 star 82 hash. That's star 713 star 821 hash. That's star 713 star 821 hash, or visit any ADB branch or go to www.edupackgh.com. That's www.edupackgh.com. Make payment, keep your receipt, and present it on opening day to collect all your child's EduPack items. Your EduPack registration follows you to any SHS that you are placed in. Avoid the stress, avoid the rush, prepare with confidence, write your exams, and all at a very affordable price. EduPack approved and supported by the Ghana Education Service. For more information, please call 0500 600 607. That's 0500 600 607 or 0302 955 050. EduPack, no stress, no wahala. That's indeed for all BEC candidates and their parents to make your life easier. Now, we also know that the 24th African Athletics Championship, Accra 2026, Ghana, are you ready? That's what we're asking you. Get set for Africa's biggest athletic spectacle. That's the 24th Senior African Athletics Championships coming live to Accra, Ghana, ACCRA, and that's going to happen from the 12th to the 17th of May 2026. The University of Ghana Sports Complex, Legon, becomes the battleground where Africa's finest champions go head-to-head in thrilling track and field competition. Watch global stars like Beatrice Chebet, Faith Kipyeong, Toby Amusan, Colin Kebin Natisipi, Joseph Fanbule, Akani Simbene, and Muzala Samukonga. Also alongside Ghana's own spirited sprint champions Benjamin Azamati and Abdul Rashid Saminu will be there. This is speed, this is power, this is pride, this is Africa competing at its highest levels. That's the 24th Senior African Athletics Championships. Feel the heat. Champions within Africa, powered by the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, the Confederation of African Athletics, and the Ghana Athletics. Also, you have to be there. I encourage you to be there to feel it live, witness history, be part of history, immerse yourself in it, and also enjoy the heat that comes along with all of the 24th Senior Athletes African competition happening here in Ghana, the Republic of Ghana, that is. Now, quickly, we will take on the New Patriotic Party conversation in a bit, but first, after this, come on.
When malaria strikes your
I don't know if you have followed the NPP and how we actually go about mooting the ideas of how to put up our campaigns since 1992. When we have a flag bearer in place, the flag bearer is tasked to ensure that his campaign team, that is done in conjunction with the party executive anyway, is set up, as it were. What we have now is not necessarily the campaign team, no. So there shouldn't be this erroneous impression out there that we are setting up a campaign team. That's not yet what it is. The Constitution mandates the national executive to set up what we call standing committees.
Right.
Just like when you have under corporate governance, you may have a board, and under the board will have some committees. Even in Parliament, they also have committees, as it were. So basically, the Constitution of the New Patriotic Party mandates us, when you look at Article 10 of the Constitution, to set up standing committees. Okay. So exactly what we did was, the last I was in a meeting myself, what we did was to set up the standing committees.
Okay.
And a lot of considerations go into there. We look at the future stance of Kamal. Where will Kamal be going? Will Kamal be available? Will this person be available? Will he be available? All these things ought to be done before names are even churned out.
Okay.
Because they may put you in a particular committee and your interest is at variance with that particular committee. So you may be busy somewhere and all these things ought to be done.
Right.
So I think what we did was to, first of all, heed to what the Constitution said, and then set up the standing committees. In this case, there's the organizational committee, the strategic committee, the communication committee,
policy.
All those. We set up that.
Energy.
But what we have as sector committees emanates usually from the flag bearer's outfit.
Okay.
Again, he does that in consultation with the National Council and National Executive. He doesn't do it alone. So the sector committees normally look at a structure on how we can come out with policies which eventually may be drafted into a manifesto.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
I get it.
So basically, if you are talking of local government, you have a committee. They may come with ideas. Then later on, they will fine-tune or they shape them into maybe a manifesto. Foreign affairs, we may do that. Okay, energy, whatever. So we have all these committees. It's just to prepare your mind towards public service, because you are going to be voted for by Kenyans, and you ought to have a structure put in place that when you are voted for, you are not taken by surprise. You are not ambushed. You have so exactly that's what we did the last time. That's why I'm saying I'm surprised it's a conversation here. But of course, it's good for clarity to be given, as it were.
Great education. But the big conversation here is that all those who contested Dr. Bawumia have accepted to play a role in this structure.
It has always been the case in NPP, actually. We've always had that. Let me tell you, for politics, it goes with emotion sometimes. Why do I say it goes with emotion sometimes?
Tell me.
You are a human being. Even a contest between you and your wife at home as to what should we cook, okay, sometimes becomes a worry. Right. Let me say, why do I say a worry? Maybe your wife wins. Today we're going to do fufu. Maybe your interest was maybe rice balls. Because she has been able to advance superior arguments and fufu has, won. Naturally, you'll be a bit down.
Right.
Because you didn't get what you want. That's politics. And politics also come with same. So if I contested with Johnny, it is just fair that I wanted to win. But I did not win. So there I would have to inculcate in or bring in sportsmanship in the game. Even though emotionally I am down, but I have to come back to see how we can serve a collective interest, in this case, which is the party. So when you look at our primaries that we've always had, presidential primaries, from 92 till date, the Edu Buahi days, the Kufuor days, when we had the Great Alliance in 1996, then to 2000 and all that. 2000, for instance, look, Sinyani was like do and die affair.
That's right.
1998. If you follow the history of you, a lot, it wasn't easy. To the extent that people thought that Nana Akufo-Addo was not going to support Kufuor in the campaign.
That's right.
But hey, he came back. By 1999, after that, he announced in Sunyani himself again that look, I am ready and poised to support our candidate we have chosen. And that's exactly what has happened. So Kobina Japan, who contested, is on board. My brother Brian Champon, who contested, is on board. Okay? Kennedy Japan is on board. Yao Edichum is on board. All of them are on board. And I said they go on the sector committees as co-chairs or advisors to see how we can shape policies to help this party, as it were. So that's exactly what we did.
I hear you. Doc, what do you have to say about this?
First and foremost, I would say that every country needs a credible opposition to keep the government in check, to make sure that the government delivers on its promises. So for us from the NDC, it's always good when we see that the NPP tries its best to be that credible opposition that we are looking out for. Nobody really wants a one-state Ghana,
One party state.
Ghana, one-party state. But I just want us to go back a little bit, Johnny. You see, we're saying that NPP presidential primaries from 1992 and how it went. But this particular presidential primaries was different from the rest. It was a reverse order. Because usually what they did was that, like any of the political parties we have, you start from
Bottom
the
up,
branches
upward.
and then you go up. But because there was a candidate already that they determined,
Oh, come
predetermined. Oh,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Johnny, there was a predetermined candidate.
Oh, but there was a contest, though.
No, there was no contest. People came to ensure that the predetermined candidate was not going to be that candidate. But it wasn't it was a selection, not an election. And Johnny, there's a difference between elections and selection. The candidate was selected already. And to make sure that that candidate goes through, they had to reverse the order. And that's what creates the confusion. That's what creates the confusion. And look, I always say, look, it's fine. I said the last time, Dr. Bawumia took NPP to an election where they lost almost with 1.5 million votes. I mean, in the beauty of politics and everything, if the NPP still believes that he's the best man to lead them into the next election, is it not good for us? And then let's watch the committees.
It's good for you, the
No, it's
NDC.
good for us.
Well, how is it good?
But if you went into a contest with a flag bearer who lost as much as 1.5 million votes, and then you don't allow this same flag bearer to go through the necessary and right competitive way of being chosen, you reverse the order to make that particular candidate a favorite to win. So all of a sudden, you see, my brother is here. I said today, I'm going to talk for him. He's here.
But he can speak for himself.
No, let me speak for him.
Okay.
What I'm going to say, he cannot say it because
Okay.
he's
What
an
is it at
NPP.
all?
Let me talk for him.
Okay, you
because I
say.
want him to be the parliamentary candidate for Nanton. Because at the last election, his opponent, I mean the one he contested with in the primaries, I think in the primaries he beat His Excellency just with 2 votes.
No, it was 10 votes
10
essentially.
votes
but he's
different.
a voter, so
Yeah,
that'll be 9.
yes, so about 10 votes. That's how he lost the last
Primaries.
NPP primaries. And you know what? He worked hard. Johnny, I'll show you a certain picture. Look, this man, there was one campaign thing they went. If you had seen Honorable Kamal, like he was in the Sahara Desert, his shoes, everything was very, very dusty. He worked hard. He campaigned hard. But you know what? Even up to today, they say, this man, he didn't vote for the NPP. So today, you see he's running to Tamale and going back. You know why he's running?
No, I don't know.
Because any branch executive that shows interest in Kamal's bid to become a candidate, they say, no, we'll take your name out. Oh,
Out of the album.
Out of the album. That's why I'm saying, I'm talking.
Where from?
You
That's
can't be
why I'm
ser-
saying.
you can't be serious
I'm
about that.
telling you, that's why I'm saying I'm going to talk for him because you see the other candidate, I floored him already. That's a dead good. We don't want to talk. Let's get a better competition with myself and His Excellency.
Okay.
You see, that's what the other candidate.
So you're saying that anybody who comes to say that, I want to support Kamal,
Yeah.
his name is
Oh,
expunged
yes.
from the.
Oh,
from
yes.
the
Oh,
that,
yes.
But that's not what the NPP does.
This is what is happening to him. He cannot cry.
I am here, so I'll respond to what he says. So don't
He
worry.
cannot. Come on, if you say this thing and go home, your people will
I'll
ask you
respond
that
to it.
doctor was talking for you and you are changing this thing. Look, this is the fact. That look, just like the way the flag bearer was chosen, there are certain areas that there are certain favorite candidates already, or certain people feel that they are kingmakers. Nantong is one of them, and he's suffering. He won't say it though. Me, I'll talk for him. Look, so Johnny, what we are saying is that we want a credible opposition.
Okay.
We want an opposition that can stand up to the government and keep the government on its toes. The NPP, they have gone through their presidential primaries. They are now doing the branch elections through to get national executives, etc.
Yeah.
As a political party, we wish them well. But if you look at the committees, Johnny, look at the names that are co-chairing and everything, from the finance to energy. What new thing are they bringing? The same set of people that led them to the most gruesome defeat in the history of Ghana. Johnny, they are the same people that are in this committee. What is new?
The best in the morning.
Dr. Amin Anta, my uncle, finance, everything. Inflation
But-
was, I'm coming, Johnny, 23%. Is that not the case?
But he took over from somebody
No,
when the
but
thing was already
23% inflation. Is that not it?
Sunrise
Dr.
on
Educhu.
3 FM.
What was the state of our education when he was leaving?
Oh, really?
What was it?
You didn't see.
I'm saying that
I should do a scan.
Suduka Daya. The same set problems that confronted Ghana 2 years ago.
Duka Daya
You have
pa.
put Suduka Daya in one set again. What new thing is coming?
Come on.
Yeah.
First, talk about the album. Is
First
it-
of
is
all,
it-
first of
is there
all,
any
that's why I
truth
said let
into
me
it?
speak to it.
Okay,
I mean, I'm here.
quickly so we can swap.
And
because we have to
whatever
end early
happens
today.
in the party, I am a beneficiary, or if you like, I should be part of it. Yes, that may be the observation he has. I can't fault him for his opinion. But what I do know is that it has always been my principle that I don't meddle in polling stations elections.
Okay.
I do not. Because the truth is that, look, check the history of people who build albums, so-called building album by themselves. They usually struggle in the end. Okay? And he knows my constituency very well. They are in communities. And in these communities, we seem to know each other properly. Okay? So when I decide to come and meddle into what they are doing, want to say, put this, put Mr. A, don't put Mr. B, I end up what? Crashing heads in the community. In the most likely event that I become the candidate, I would need everybody to work for me. So what I say is that, look, leave it to the community. Let the community decide. Whoever becomes whatever, for me.
So you say nothing of the sort is happening?
No, that's what I'm saying. So to answer his question, anybody on the album, I have no choice. Everybody is my man.
Okay, I hear
That's
you.
how I see it.
I hear you.
But see, let me quickly answer this to him and let him know this. Maybe he's forgotten his recent history. And I have to remind Honorable. When John Dramani Mahama in 2016, as a sitting president, contested with Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he lost abysmally. To the extent that he described his party as a lame horse. Maybe he's forgotten.
Where did he describe?
I can look.
It's okay, it's okay.
He
Go ahead.
I can show it to you. You see,
Go ahead.
I am.
We are trying to
I am a
manage time.
student.
So
I am a
Sure.
student of political communication,
Yeah,
and so I'll show it to you. Don't worry. To the extent that he described his party as a lame horse, that he rode a lame horse into the election. He lost. Oh, I will show it to you. Don't worry, I'll prove it to you
go
now.
ahead.
But
Doc,
that's how I am. I don't normally. So you see, so he's forgotten his past history. No, I see.
Was
I
it
don't mind.
1.5 million?
They just won. They just won. So they're enjoying the goodwill. So,
but the margin,
when you are
the
enjoying
margins
goodwill,
speak for themselves.
Oh,
don't
5
they?
million.
over 1-something million votes, he also lost. Check it.
But your defeat is the biggest
To
ever
the extent that he
yes,
got
in Ghana's-
44%.
But I'm saying that.
That was what he got.
But
He
in
got
Ghana's
44% in that election.
But your
And I'm
percentage
saying
was what?
that Your percentage
in the last election was
after that, what today? Where is Anyidohu? Koko Anyidohu, where is he?
Oh, he's where he's supposed to be.
Every
That's why we are
single
winning.
person who was aligned to Atamils, John Mohammed's boss, cut out in the party.
The question he asked is that
I am saying that every
put-
single person aligned to Atamils
Okay.
cut out in the party because he chastised them.
So-
he vilified
so-
them. He said they made him ride
come on,
a wrong
come on, the
horse
question,
into the election.
so we can move to the housing conversation.
Yes.
The question he asks is that the same set of people
Yeah,
who led you into the defeat
Yeah.
are the same set of people you have constituted into these committees.
with a great respect. How
What
many
is-
times?
what is going-
Did they repeat John Dramani Mahama? Let's be factual. That's why he has forgotten his own history. How many times did they repeat a non-performing candidate?
Oh, but
John Dramani Mahama, how many times was he
no, but
repeated? First,
he won an election.
by virtue
No,
of
he won an election and then lost
by
and won
virtue
again.
Okay,
of by
thank you.
virtue of divine design, he became the president. By virtue of divine design,
Not by the elections of the people.
first, he became the president when
Right.
the demise of Atamils happened. That's what I mean by virtue of divine design. He became the president.
Right.
3 months down the line, 2012, or 6 months, he won an election. By 2016, where we actually entrusted the management of this economy into his hands, what did we see?
He lost.
He just didn't lose. Why did he lose?
Why did
He performed abysmally.
Okay.
Everybody knows where our economy was. Everybody knows whatever was happening under his first.
Comparable to
No,
when-
lost.
I am saying, would it go?
Allow.
He never went through any international crisis in terms of what pandemics and all that. He never had global crisis. But look, he incompetently handled the economy of Ghana to the extent that Ghanaians were so angry. Who brought the term Doomsor? He Doomsorized this country. It was from 19 from it was John Mahama who Doomsorized this country. Doomsorization of this economy started with John Mahama from 2013, 2014, 2015. It was the ninth where people were dying. Okay,
but how did Dr. Bawumia then come and conclude in 2017 that Doomsor was fixed, but they cannot take credit for it?
No, I'm talking about who started the Doomsor, who brought the problem himself. He brought the problem. John Mahama brought. Because he has forgotten about him.
And fixed
now, where are we today?
Yes.
I'm not surprised that again, when I was coming, I listened to you. That internally the lights went on, off, on, until you boarded your plane and you saw the energy minister sitting in there, and you were worried. And then when you were entering Accra around 7 something, look, let me tell you, anybody who sits in the plane and you see lights, you can see lights all over. You can determine that some areas are off or not off. What you have said was just what your vision can give you. But I'm saying Doomsor is still on. Because the Doomsor is sitting there. He brought Doomsor.
Are you creating an impression or what?
No, it's not an impression. That's what it is.
Okay, I hear you.
Anyway, so Johnny, it's fine. You see,
Okay.
I'm saying that. Look, it is okay. We are saying Dr. Bawumia is a candidate. He was the head of the economic management team.
Yes.
There were haircuts for our old people. People died because they couldn't buy hypertensive drug, diabetes drugs. They went and dug the pit of sin.
Which is that one?
Oh, that's a cathedral. It's a pit of sin.
Okay.
Yeah, they dug the pit of sin. Ghanaians saw how they ruled with the arrogance of power. I remember, I always tell my people, the people of
At least we didn't cry in churches.
I tell them something.
We didn't cry in churches like you are doing today.
Crying is not arrogance. Arrogance is when a president goes and sees chief sitting there and says, "Get up and greet me. The pharaoh has arrived." That is arrogance.
Arrogance is insulting all churches.
You see, that is arrogance.
That's arrogance.
And so
Mary Elsie is there.
I tell. That's why you found the chief of staff.
Instead of sacking her,
that's the needful.
Instead of sacking her,
allow him.
So me, I'm saying Sudoku.
there.
Same set problems. Okay, and Ghanaians have seen the difference. Look, they have banged on this Doomsor issue, and I can tell you, we have said that it was a transient issue. Johnny, in your house, has the power situation not improved?
Where?
There are people living out there.
Just lights that had lights out.
If you
Just
look,
lights nice.
at the deficit that was left in terms of debt in the energy sector, from them,
Should I give you the history?
Look, from them, and we are fixing the problem. Look, we have time. We are fixing the problems. We wish them well. And for my brother Kamal, like I'm saying, for the people in my constituency that are fixing names to ensure that he does not become the parliamentary candidate. I am telling you, for me,
he said there's nothing
MP,
like that.
Who is MP? Like I said, as for the first candidate, Chide head on the ground already. Please kindly bring Kamal so that the competition will be much.
You want a tougher competition?
A tougher one.
Well.
Anyway,
This is an unsolicited support he's giving me anyway. But
Dagbondo is supporting
an
Dagbondo.
unsolicited support anyway.
The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise.
It's 38 minutes after 9 on 3FM 92.7 now.
So I wanted to give you the gist of the housing.
Hold on. This year
STX
is the new one on the block. We know about Saglemi. We know about Boteman. Now, the question we're asking is, can Ghana trust another major housing promise? Doc, let me start with you. Why are you reinventing the wheel?
Well, for me, I would say that housing is a very critical issue for everyone. Every Ghanaian,
3 minutes each for you, gentlemen.
every Ghanaian deserves decent accommodation with good facilities like sanitation,
Sunrise
roads,
on 3FM,
etc.
the best
We
in
have
the morning.
a housing deficit of almost 1.8 to 2 million. But interestingly, we have dwellings of about 1.3 million that are not being taken care of. And you know the reason, because some of our estates developers are going into high-priced buildings that the ordinary Ghanaian cannot be able to afford. Look, we have rent control rules that are not being applied. People are asking for advance for 2 years, 3 years, making it difficult for the ordinary Ghanaian to be able to get accommodation.
Right.
Look, that's the reason why government needs to step in. And over the years, government has done a lot in terms of making sure that we get some affordable housing for our people. Look, Saglemi is there, and I know it came through. We were expecting about 5,000 units. Later, it went to about 1,500. It went through, so many legal tussles. But at the end of the day, as I speak to you, at the last visit of Her Excellency the Vice President to the Ministry of Housing, we're told that, look, right now as we speak, we have things at the Attorney General's office. We have had investors, private people who are interested in making sure that we complete that particular project. Last week, the President was in Kumasi, that this is coming up, and then it is to ensure, that they are saying they can deliver about 224 by the second quarter of 2027. So make sure that, look, that the housing needs of our people are catered for. Look, teachers, nurses, etc. The ordinary Ghanaian deserves to have a place that you can go home, you sleep, have a good sleep, and you can come back to work to contribute to the development of this country. So I'll say to use Sagleme as a case study and say that, look, we should not contribute will be a tragedy. We would have to learn from the Sagleme issue, which we have learned already, and then we improve upon it like we are doing with the Dadeswa one. And I think that governments over the period of time have all contributed in improving our housing deficit. But like I said, we still have about 1.8 million. We still have people, go to the market, Konkoma market, see how people live there. Go through our streets, see how people are putting up makeshift structures. So housing is critical. For me, it even becomes at a certain point a national security risk.
That's right.
Because if people are putting up makeshift structures all around the place and then we are not knowing who lives where, what happens, then it creates a lot of problems. So Saglemi, I don't want to go into the details.
So why are we bringing in Dedeswa if we have not finished Saglemi?
No, but Johnny, these are separate locations. One is in the Ashanti region, one is in the Greater Accra region. Two, like I'm telling you, when we took over office, proposals were taken. Certain TDC, for example, has come through for some of the Saglemi projects.
Right.
So, work is being done. And like I said, from the Ministry of Housing, we have the documents from Saglemi at the Attorney General's office for advice to see how best the government will partner with private companies to make sure that it is completed. Look, when those buildings standing and not being made use of, for me personally, it is not the best thing for any of us. And we should ensure that, look, all those things are put to use.
Dedeswa is...
I think once again, NDC says it again. For them, they have never delivered on their promise. They started with STX. And now the President of the Republic of Ghana, then the Vice President, stood in Parliament to tell us that, to call Ghanaians baloney. Check the history. You see, it started baloney. That was the word he used.
Where did he call them that?
Yes.
Where did he call them?
I'll tell you. Okay. When they came to argue for sovereign guarantee in Parliament in 2010 to support the XTS Korea, XTS Ghana deal for housing, that was when the comment was made because of the collateral that they wanted us to use. He thought it was baloney for us to say that we shouldn't collateralize our oil for such a project.
But does that mean he called the people baloney?
If he said it was people who are against it are baloney, that's what I mean.
Please.
Check it. But I want to tell you that STX failed under them. They booted the idea, got Professor Mills of blessed memory to go to Tesano, cut short, just like John Muhammad did at Dedeswa.
Just like he did at Baltimore.
He went, I'm saying that cut short.
Hold on.
Went to cut short, and it never materialized.
But you're both guilty.
The late Bature even said that if XTS is not realized, he will resign from politics. And indeed, they helped him resign from politics, but he did not. Only God called him. But point I'm trying to make is that STS was a nightmare. It was a housing project under NDC. Then that actually metamorphosed. When it didn't work, they brought in the idea of Segleme. Segleme was started in 2012. Where is Segleme? Up to date, Segleme is still there. Nothing has been done. To the extent that they have come back and Olive Gold, the best they can do for Ghana is to file a nullity prosequi. When over $200 million is lost to Ghana, That's what is happening now. I mean, my brother has not read it. You see, sometimes, when I hear about this, when I hear about some of these things, I actually, look, I sit down and say until it's done. Because the NDC would come with a set of beautiful, lofty ideas, great promises, but once again, they will promise not to deliver. Professor Mann stood in Parliament in 2010 on his sonal address to say that my vice president is in Korea to nail the coffin for STS. Indeed, they nailed the coffin by killing it.
But come out.
So Seglemi also became a conduit for people to milk from Ghana. And today there's not a prosecute for people to work.
There are Masaman projects that Nanado cast sought for. Boteman as well. You are both guilty.
Listen, this housing. I'm happy.
I've asked you about Boteman and Amasaman.
I will tell you why. For housing, we did what we could do best.
What did you do? Tell me. No. Please allow me to do my work.
First of all, go to Kumasi and see what we did. We used state housing to do under NPP.
Affordable housing.
Come to Adenta. Just don't go far. Yes. Go and see.
Affordable to who?
I'm saying go and see under NPP.
I'm saying affordable to who?
Go to Kumasi again, Ashanti region, and see what we did for the judges.
Affordable to come on.
Look,
but judges' apartments are not for sale.
It's not. You see, for housing, they cannot compare their records to us because these people they only come and milk Ghana. No wonder they'll come and looking for sovereign guarantees. Let us spend money. Come out and it's nothing.
Come on, let's be fair.
I am saying Seglemi over 200 million is gone. That's the point I'm making.
Come on, let's be fair to our listeners.
People are working free.
Come on, let's be fair.
Because the Attorney General is in power now.
Come on, let's
not prosecute all over.
Come on, let's be fair to our listeners. Let's be fair to our listeners.
Yes.
Judges' houses.
The housing.
Police.
They're all housing.
But we're talking about affordable housing.
STS, they were going to do security houses. STS was supposed to be.
Can I ask my question? Can I ask my question?
Yes.
I've allowed you to speak.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that if you construct houses for judges and policemen and what have you, they are not for the ordinary man. Yes. I cannot go and stay in a judge's quarters.
When we talk of housing deficit in this country.
No, that's not what we are talking about. No. Come on, don't.
Did you listen to President John Mahama's speech?
No, don't throw. Don't throw me a red herring. I won't take it. No, you are not ready to answer my question. You are not ready.
And I'm talking about it. Did you listen to his speech?
You are not ready to answer my question. No, you answer. Come on. No, Doc, wrap up for me. You are not answering. No, you are not answering my question. If you are not answering my question, you have no.
Why is it their promise? I don't take their promise.
No, but I'm saying that what we are talking about is affordable housing for the citizenry, and I'm saying that on that occasion. Amasaman, Boteman. It's a classic example of Seglemi.
Some part under Kufuor was completed. Botema.
Which part?
Oh, you've not gone to Botema housing.
Which part?
You didn't see the housing.
And they are affordable.
Have you visited yourself?
And they are affordable to who?
The same concept of Seglemi. So sitting in Botema.
To who? They are affordable to who?
The same concept of is in Botema. Okay. And I've been there. And I've seen it. People are living in it.
Now take a minute on this and let's wrap up.
Let me just wrap up. I would say, so even if you look at the Seglemi issue, he's saying Botema, some were completed. Even in Seglemi.
Sunrise on 3FM.
Is that not the case?
At what cost?
Wait, some were completed.
At what cost?
I'm just telling you that even in Seglemi, some were completed. And if it's about short cutting and things not being done, Wale, before you get there, that dam, what is it called?
Kwalugu Dam.
Multi-purpose dam, 12 million. What?
No.
Wait.
But they've come to say it's not true.
Wait. Nobody has ever said it's not true. If it's about short cutting and things not being done, the Cathedral of Sin.
Let's not let him go.
I'm coming.
They said the
I'm coming. Wait. I'm just giving you examples. Okay. You are talking about things
we have to go.
And then things not being done and money being spent. So
anyway,
in conclusion, what I'm saying is that government over the period of time, it's the responsibility of government. Let's not miss this thing. We can do the politics of it and everything to gain political points. But for me, at the end of the day, the ordinary Ghanaian that's listening to you, me, and His Excellency this morning, what they want to see is that Seglemi is completed, Botema is completed, Dadeso is completed, and that is what the government of His Excellency John Dramani.
Gentlemen, Kamaldeen Abdullahi is the Deputy National Communications Director of the NPP. Dr. Abdul Khalik Mohammed Sharif is the Member of Parliament for Nantang. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for spending your money with me. I appreciate you deeply.
Thanks for having us.
The big conversation.